Hello, my dear children. Today let us learn a 7th standard poem, Sonnet, written by Toru Dutt. Sonnet is a 14 lines poem, or a single stanza of 14 lines is known as sonnet. Toru Dutt was born on 4th March 1856 in Kolkata. Bengali translator and poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French, died on 30th August 1877 in Kolkata. In this poem, Toru Dutt describes the beauty of the garden around her bungalow. Now let us listen the poem Sonnet. A sea of foliage gets our garden round, but not a sea of dull unvaried green. Sharp contrast of all colours here are seen. The light green graceful tamarinds abound, amid the mango clumps of green profound, and palms arise like pillars grey between. Now let me tell you the summary of these 6 lines. Here in the poem, the first line says, a sea of foliage gives our garden around. This means the poet Toru Dutt compares the beauty of a garden and the greenery of the surroundings with the sea. Here you can observe a vast sea. So our garden is also vast like a sea. She says that a garden is beautiful and vast like a sea. She also says that while the sea has an unchanged green color, our garden is filled with different and exciting shades of green, like light green of tamarind tree, deep green of mango grove. The poet says a garden is not a sea of dull, unvaried green, which means in the poet's garden there are varieties of plant, colorful trees, and flowers. It's not like just one type of plant everywhere, like the sea, which remains unchanged. Now let us revise the meanings. Foliage means here leaves, especially growing leaves, all the leaves on a particular plant or tree. Sea of foliage means a stretch of foliage as vast as the sea. Then profound means deep, profound pleasure. With deep pleasure we invite you. Profound means deep color, green color of mango. Clump, a group of trees or plants, bushes, etc. growing together. Yeah, amaze means great wonder or surprise. Now let us read the poem from 6 to 9 lines. A palms arise like pillars grey between, and over the quiet pools the simules lean, red and startling like a trumpet sound. But nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward when the moon looks through their gaps and the white lotus changes. Here in this line, the poet says that palm trees look like grey pillars between the tamarind and mango trees. Green palm leaves, and over the quiet pools, the brilliant red flowers of simul trees lean. A contrast color is found in brilliant red color of flowers of simul tree, which looks like a sudden shrill sound of a trumpet. She says that the ranges are lovelier than anything. Now let me read the lines of 10 to 14. Of bamboos the eastward, when the moon looks through their gaps, and the white lotus changes into a buttercup of silver, One might soon, drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze on a primal Eden in amaze. The summary of the last 5 lines. The loveliest are the leaves of bamboo trees growing towards the eastern side of the garden when the moon shines through the bamboo trees and when the white lotus looks like a silver cup. The scene is so enchanting that one might almost faint, intoxicated by its beauty, or one must say in wonder at what looks like the Garden of Eden, the first garden created by God for Adam and Eve. I hope you understood the summary of the poem. In this poem, two types of figure of speech are used. One is simile, another one is metaphor. What do you mean by simile? Simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things by using like or as. Using like or as in the simile. Same way, metaphor, it is also a figure of speech which makes hidden comparison between two things. Not using the word like or as. It directly refers to one thing by mentioning another. Now let me tell you the examples of simile from this poem. And palms arise like pillars grey, red and startling like a trumpet sound. Another one, lotus looks like a silver cup. These are similes. You can see as and like are used in the sentences. This means direct comparison between two things. Examples of metaphor are sea of foliage, then sea of dull unvaried green, then quiet pools. Here in these sentences, there is a hidden comparison between two things, not using the word like or as. It directly refers to one thing by mentioning another. Children, I hope you understood the difference between the figure of speech, simile and metaphor. Thank you, children, for listening. Good luck. Meet you again to learn a new lesson, India through the eyes of a foreigner. Till then, take care. Goodbye.